In this video, we're going to look at block elements. So what are block level elements? A block level element always starts on a new line, and the browsers automatically add some space, a margin, before and after the element. A block level element always takes up the full width available, which means it stretches out to left and right as far as it can. And we've already used some block elements. We've used paragraph tags. We're going to learn about the div tag in an upcoming video, but also H1 tags are block elements. So if we look at the page that's made with this code, San Joaquin Valley Town Hall Programs, we have this heading 1. It's a block element. It stretches out as far as it needs to stretch, left and right. It has some space above and below. And then the next block element is an H2. Didn't mean to go. The next block element is an H2, pre-lecture coffee. That's a block element. It appears on its own line. There's a space before and a space afterwards inserted by the browser. Then there's a paragraph tag, which is also a block element. By default, when we put something in a paragraph, it has some space before and space after. And then we have another H2 in paragraph. So these are all block elements. Here's an example of the 6 headings. All the headings are block elements. There's not much more to say about block elements. Just remember, they stand on their own, space before, space after, and they take up as much width as they need. There are some guidelines for search engine optimization of heading tags. I told you in the past that those are important for search optimization as well. Use heading tags to show the structure and importance of the content on a page. So the more important things should be the H1s and H2s, down to the least important at the H6s. Okay. Always use the H1 tag to identify the most important information on the page, and try to only have one H1 tag on each page, because part of the search engine process will look for that H1 to know what is the most important thing on your page when they're doing the classification. Okay. Then decrease one level at a time to show subsequent levels of importance. Okay. Remember, heading levels aren't necessarily the way to size text. So H1, H2, H3, by default, they are set to big at H1 and they slowly get smaller. But we'll be able to change those with CSS later on if we want to. It's more important that those headings signify importance than size. We'll set the size with CSS later on. These sizes that you're seeing here for heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, those are just the browser defaults, and we can override those anytime we want in our CSS files.